Okay, so we're hitting record.
I literally was going to say that.
So she's the little angel behind me there on the shoulder. Don't forget to do this. Don't forget to. So we've hit record. So guys, welcome to the Infinity 8 Regifting Program call. This is really just to kind of answer some questions that have been asked quite a bit. We will be dropping in the Infinity Telegram room tomorrow the Infinity 8 reprogram form. It will be a form that you need to fill out to help us better manage how we do the Infinity program. So it's really important. And also we will be, we'll provide you with the step-by-step. So guys, I know you guys, I know what you are like, and I love you dearly. And I know you guys don't like to read. So I'm asking you, please make sure you read. You've got to read stuff that we send you and read it properly. Don't just skim over it because it's a few sentences. Read it. Yes, please read it. Thank you, Joanne. All right. Yeah, you don't read. You're right. They don't read, right? Fruitful Faith. What a beautiful name. I don't know if that's your name or that's your AKA. That's really cool. Fruitful Faith. I love that. So yeah, you guys have got to read. Please read. It's important. But we'll have the video, tonight's video as well. So you'll be, it's me recording, me saying read. So you'll be listening to that when you re-watch or whoever else watches. So we got 303 people in the house. So I wanted to ask you something. So I'm going to start backwards. I'm going to start with the last tile backwards. So, oh, that's your real name? Oh my God, that is so awesome. That's brilliant. I love that. I just want you guys to have a look at this and tell me I want you to think about, what does success mean to you? I really want you to think about that. It's a really important question. What does success mean to you? How does it look to you? What does it mean? And I want you to share with me what success means to you in the chat room, because a lot of people's idea of success is different. You've got some people who have an idea of success meaning that they must have money. Some people feel that they have to have a certain amount of stuff. Some people feel that success is a certain goal that they've set out, that they have, and they haven't reached that goal yet. Some people, complete happiness. What does complete happiness mean? What does complete happiness look like to you, Elizabeth? To fulfill your purpose. What is your purpose? Those are all kind of progressive realization of a worthy ideal. What's the ideal? Self-sufficient. Okay, what does self-sufficient look like to you? Peace of mind. What does peace of mind mean? Achieve financial freedom. What is financial freedom? Achieving no stress, be happy, complete living comfortably, no mortgage. Okay, now we're getting to a little deeper. No mortgage is one of the areas that means success for you. So I want you to get to laughter. How do you laugh? Freedom. What is freedom? Being able to help others without having to be limited. I like that, but what does that mean? Okay, because one of the things that we do is we put these blanket statements of what it is that we want to be or what we want. I want to be happy. Okay, well, what does happiness actually look like to you? What is your idea of happiness? Happiness equals, and then you need to be able to actually list what happiness means. You need to write down the things that means happiness to you. So the ability to achieve what you want without bothering anybody. Okay, so achieve what? What does that mean? Okay, so I'm going to keep asking you what that is, because you need to get specific, guys. Inner peace. How do you get inner peace? What does inner peace mean to you? Accomplishment. What is accomplishment? Stability. How do you get stability? Debt free. Now we getting there. Okay, what does fulfillment mean? Okay, so you need to get extremely going everywhere I want. Well, okay, going everywhere, like where do you want to go? Achieve and peace, achievement of peace. What do you want to achieve peace? What are the things that help you achieve peace? What are things that you do to get you there? My own home. Now we're getting specific. That's what I like. That's what I like. Now we're getting specific. Declare with your mouth, believe in your heart and minds, walk towards goals, i.e. vision board. Yes, debt-free, holidays, retire. Thank you. That's what I want. I want absolute specific. Success is setting and seeing personal goals materialize. What are your personal goals? What are you setting? Pay off my mortgage, actualization of wants. What wants? Success. What success? No worries. What's no worry? What is having no worry means? Because we always have worry. No rent arrears. Nice. Food on the table. Healthy. That's specific. Buying a house for my mom. That's specific. Able to reach your goals. What goals? Work less, earn more. What does that mean? What's earning more? What? How much? Achieve set goals. Yes. To be debt free. Complete law school. Beautiful. That's specific. Startup business help. What kind of startup business to help your community? Pay off my mortgage in 1 to 2 years. That's specific. So you know exactly in 1 to 2 years how much it's going to cost you to pay off your mortgage. That is what are your goals? Okay, so you know, when I'm asking you these questions, I'm getting great answers, but you need to get more specific. Specific meaning, what is achievement? When you think of success, what does success equal to you? Does it mean that you have to have a debt-free? Does it mean that you need to have a house without a mortgage? Does it mean you have to have a car without a mortgage? What are the things that you want to achieve in order to equal success? Because success is different for everyone. Living my call, being blessed to bless the world. What does that mean? What is your call? You know, many times if people say that is my calling, I've always been saying that. Always wanted to be my calling to be able to help people, but I needed to understand what that was. And so one of the specific things was that I wanted to help people without me charging them. That's always been a thing for me. Is to be able to share what my own self, my life lessons as a coach. Because as a coach, although we may listen a lot to what people say, we don't actually share our own lessons to help people move into their better self or to become their better self. And as a self-realization coach or a self-awareness coach, it was really important for me to help people understand what was it that I did on a daily basis that would create my self-awareness of me. 5,000 net monthly income by November. Nice. Now that is specific. I love that, right? That is absolute specific. That you can put up and you can look at that and you can reach for that. That is your goal. That's very specific. Buy me a house. Okay. A car, help many people or travel around the world. Okay. So you want to help many people. How? How do you want to help many people? So these are the things that I really want you guys to think about. Create your future. How do you create your future? So buy my house in 5 years. Very nice. So if you want to buy your house in 5 years, right? So that's your goal. You want to buy your house in 5 years. How do you want to buy your house? Where do you want to buy your house? Okay, give yourself an absolute date by when. So I want to buy my house by the 25th of October, 2025. I want to buy my house cash. I want to buy, I don't want to have to take a loan. If I do take a loan, I only want to have 5 years to pay it off by. That's specific. I want you to get to so specific. Okay, make 247,000 from my business in the first year. Beautiful. That's specific. Then once you know you want to make 247,000, you can drop out of that goal specific measurable ways to reach that. Okay, because guys, reduce overthinking. How do you do that? How do you reduce overthinking? What are the things that you can do to reduce overthinking? How can you achieve that? Because I'm telling you guys, every answer that you have or that you're looking for is already inside of you. You just need to decide to ask the right question of yourself. So when you go to a coach or a mentor, they will ask you questions as opposed to just listening, and they're supposed to ask you questions that will agitate you to get to your answer, because your best, having self-awareness or being aware of self is being aware of the answers that will you know, the answers to the questions. So if I have a question, if somebody asks me something, let's say Krisha asks me something, Soraya goes into, okay, I don't have the answer right now. Give me until tomorrow. So between now and tomorrow, I'm going to deliver an answer, because that's Soraya. Soraya is a deliverer. So I need to be able to sit down, meditate, go into self, ask the question, meditate, quiet my mind, and the answer comes. And it happens every time. So that is how I get my answers. Anytime I come to a place that I'm stuck, I go into my space, go into creative energy, and I'm able to tap into that which God has placed there for us, the think tank, and be able to find an answer. And it always works. You need to be able to find your specific answers to specific questions. You need to be able to sit down and understand what life means to me. Why am I on this planet? What are my adventures? What are the adventures that I want to have? I've got, you know, you've got a certain amount of time. What are the adventures that you would like to achieve in that time? Thank you, Deborah. All right. So if you've got, you know, where my beautiful age, I got a few years left, but what do I want to achieve in those years? And how am I going to be able to put those into measurable, bite-sized chunks? Not this massive, you know, I want to make $1 million. Okay. How does that feel to you? Hard. Okay. Then it's going to be hard. I want to make $1 million, and I'd like to make $1 million from doing this. And I'm going to be able to make $1 million by achieving this in this year, achieving this in that year, achieving this in this year. So 5 years, I'll make $1 million. In my first year, I'm going to break that down into 4 quarters. In my first quarter, I'm going to achieve this. And at that point, I'm going to break it down again. And then I'm going to achieve it. Bite-sized pieces until you can embody what it is that you want to achieve. So that when you are in that flow of achieving it, it feels good all the time. It doesn't feel, your vision should never feel like a chore to reach. If your vision feels like a chore, if your vision feels like it's, oh God, I want to make that, but you're already sabotaging yourself. You're already putting yourself into a situation whereby I ain't gonna reach that because I'm just, you know, I want it, but it's gonna be hard to reach it because you've challenged yourself already. So you're already saying to yourself, you ain't gonna reach it, that little voice behind your head, as opposed to saying, okay, that's where I wanna go, leave that. How do I break this down? Break it down to the most comfortable place for you. Where is that comfort? Where is that, you know, I feel good that I can make, I can make $3,000 a month. I can make $4,000 a month doing my business. I can do this today to achieve where I want to get to tomorrow. These are the things that you need to do step by step, incrementally helping you get to that big goal that you want. And you've got to be very specific. All right. So I really want you guys to think about what does success look like to you, because that's what we're doing at the Abundance Family. Okay. We are taking you incrementally. So for those of you who've been with us from, you know, let's say March, April, thank you. That's, yes, being there too. Thanks, John. For those who've been with us for a little while, you'll notice that we've given you step by step, incremental, because if we gave you, it's like, if, you know, if the universe gave us everything at once, it would be like, you know, information overload, guys. It would be like mind blow, you know. But if you get things incrementally, you get your downloads, you get your spiritual teaching, you get your understanding, you get your aha moments, your epiphany moments. If you get those incrementally, it's a lot easier to be able to manage and assimilate that into your life. The question is, are you going to take those steps? Are you going to decide today that today, as of right now, I'm going to take my baby step to my next adventure, being your next adventure to your evolution, to your elevation, to your increase, right? Not to the, oh, it's challenging, oh, it's a hard day, oh, I've had it a hard time, oh, you know, because when you put the in there, you're putting the over everything that you want to achieve. So Please, guys, when you're thinking of yourself, think of yourself in the way of increase. Think of yourself in the way of progress, and think of your success in the way of achievable steps to reach. And then success will then naturally come because you're achieving small successes every day. And that becomes your habitual behavior as you incrementally grow. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that is giving you some values, guys, because because it's very, very, very important to be able to achieve yourself, your own self-awareness, achieve being who you are, knowing in your core. Do you truly know who you are? Do you really do deep down inside there, or are there still things that you need to find out? And if there's, and I will challenge you that there's always going to be things that you need to find out, because we've learned so much over the years that we've forgotten, right? And we may get into a place where, you know, something may trigger us and we're like, why am I so annoyed with that? But instead of, we allow the annoyance instead of questioning why. We don't ask ourselves why enough. And the brain will always answer you. If you ask your brain, why is it that I feel like that? You will get a flash of a picture. You will get a flash of a word, but it will trigger. You'll get a flash of memory. It will trigger your brain to look for the answer, because that's what the brain is meant to do. It's meant to deliver. All right. So ask yourself the questions and you will get the answers. Get a journal. I have about 10 journals, guys. Get a journal. Get a journal for your vex moments. Get a journal for when you want success. Get a journal for when you're feeling loving. I have a journal for my daughter. I'm writing everything that I can in my journal for my daughter. Okay. So get a journal. All right. And write your thoughts. Make it a daily habit. Write down the things that mean something to you, even if it's a note. I write all the time. I've got journals all around me. All the time I'm writing. I listen to you guys, I write it down, because that's how the brain connects. Writing is really important, guys, not just typing. Writing, you know, reading is the most important way to keep your brain energized. The more your brain learns, the more your brain performs, the better your brain performs. The more you learn, the better you perform. All right. So please, guys, start writing. Thank you. Start writing. All right. If you write, you'll read. Okay. So become a vision. Become the vision that you have in your mind. Start with incremental steps. End this year with a win. End the year with a win. Because you can. I want us all to have a win at the end of this year. All right, do something that makes you happy, that you enjoy. Oh, it also means not taking the path of least resistance, but opening yourself to new challenges that enable me to grow and develop mentally and spiritually. Beautiful, Kevin. Absolutely, absolutely. Our life starts today, guys. Every single day is a new day. You see, like this? This is a new canvas that you can create your future on every day. Every day is a new day. Every day. Not because you wake up in the same house, or you wake up with the same partner, or you wake up with the same dog at your feet, or you wake up with your same kids. Every day is a new day to decide to be a little different. Okay? So please, guys, think about that as you're going on your journey. Okay, let me see if I can, how do I, okay. I need to figure out how I've done this now. Okie dokie. Now it's not working. Oh. Okay. For some reason, it's not working, guys. Let me just hold on a sec. There we go. All right, here we go. All right, so the Infinity 8 program, why? So basically, the Infinity 8 program, guys, is this program is where we turn our £28 into a residual gifting income. This is where we want you to get to a place where your 28 pounds continues to work for you. That you start getting into this residualness. You start thinking of residual income, residual gifts, residual, because residual is the continuum. Okay. And that's where you want to start thinking. All right. You want to start thinking of passive income, income that just continues coming to you. And the way we do that is, that's why we need the community. That's why we need to gift each other continuously, not just by bringing in new people, but by taking our gifts and reworking them back into the cycle. And we do that across the association, across the organization, not within a silo. When we're in a silo, meaning that we gift back into just our own families, we're not being abundant, because all we're doing is being selfish in the spec of where we are. When we have a business which is a lot bigger than this, it's wider than this. And so we want to get people to think about, let's cycle across the whole business so that every person is experiencing the no family left behind. Everyone is experiencing this same thing. You want everyone to experience the feeling of getting gifts. Because if we have an abundant mindset, that's what that means. Okay, so the Infinity program is just that. It's getting us to the point where we gift into each other all the time. So we continuously pushing us to get into a residual income. All right. Very important, guys, for us to get to this place. This is what you will be able to leave as a legacy. This is what will give you success. This is what will give you a sense of freedom. This is where you will feel, you can only feel a sense of freedom when you don't have to worry about where it's coming from. If you can get to a point where you don't have to worry about where you're getting your financial income to survive life, what will that feel to you? That's what I really want you to think about. What will it feel to you if you don't have to worry about how you're going to pay your bills? What will it feel like to you if you don't have to worry about where your next dollar is coming from? Because you have a trust in a community that continues to feed each other. So it's like you going from one house to another, and they give you a crumb and a crumb and a crumb, and before you know it, you've got a big meal in front of you. All right. This is what we want to get to. This is what we want to get to as a community. And if you think about 1 million people doing that, just think. 1 million people doing that, gifting each other continuously in a silo, not gifting to a company, not gifting into its own community, building each other through that community, supporting each other's businesses in that community, supporting each other's lives in that community. This is how the world runs. This is how communities used to work. This is how tribes used to work. This is how, this is how it was in the beginning, guys. We need to kind of take what was happening in the beginning of our lives and bring it back in, but we're bringing it back in an environment or in a time that speeds up that process, where you don't have to kind of take a car and drive all the way to someone's home because you've got the internet to be able to do this on. So you want to get to that point where it is a passive income, that you don't necessarily have to, you don't have to sell a product for you to get a residual income. You don't have to go and think, oh, I've got to sell this person, I've got to do this. You can do that, sure, if that's what you enjoy. But wouldn't it be nice if you didn't have to do that? If you could just know that you're in a community that you just gifting and they gifting and we're all gifting and that's just coming together. How amazing would that be? That's where we want to get to, guys, to become self-sustaining as a gifting community. So much so that it will be amazing that we can gift to other people. That we can, say, I know I've got gifts coming in, so it's really easy for me to help you and give you and help you. And let me help you by even inviting you to join our gifting community, because it's an invitation-only club. And this will help your life and help you to realize and help our youth help our young men, help our young women. Okay, this is why we're doing the Infinity Program. This is why we're doing the Abundance Family, guys, to create a legacy. Path of least resistance, exactly. Work smarter, not harder. Okay, create a legacy. We want to create a legacy. We want to help others do the same. We want to realize our dreams, not just think about them. We want to experience the things that we see, not just think that is in our imagination. Your imagination is your think tank. Your imagination is where you should be going. If you have an imagination, then you have the ability to get there, because you wouldn't think of it if you didn't. Don't think that your imagination is just a pie in the sky kind of thing, because it's not. Whatever your mind sees is where you can go. It depends on whether you choose to go. If you get a download, meaning if you get a calling, or if God speaks to you, or if you get that feeling and that calling, is whether you sit on it. If you sit and do nothing, it will do nothing. But if you do something, it will do something for you. And that's where you want to get to. You want to get to a point of realizing your dreams, okay? To increase lives globally. We want to increase people's lives globally and build a foundation for our youth and our children. Okay, what are we leaving behind as a generation, guys? What are we leaving behind? We're leaving behind a lot of stuff which is not necessarily all that great for our kids to take on. So let's leave something really positive, yeah? Helping each other is the only way forward, guys. Without this, we really can't move forward, okay? We've got to move forward by helping each other. It is the most important aspect of our lives, is helping each other. Just one person helping another, one gift at a time, okay? You've got to do it. If you don't do it, then we're just going to be spinning top in mud all the time, guys, doing the same thing, just a different day. Groundhog Day, any of you who haven't seen that movie. Groundhog Day, yeah? All right, how do you join? So joining the Infinity 8 Telegram group, that is the first thing. So if any of you guys are in, know people who are in, still haven't joined the Telegram group, please get them to join, because that's how we're going to pass on all the information, okay? It's only from this group that we are going to be taking people to do the Infinity Regifting Program. We're not going to be doing it inside the WhatsApp groups. We're not going to the WhatsApp groups. In other words, we're not going to the WhatsApp groups to drop the information in there to tell them that we're doing the regifting and how to regift. We're only doing the regifting program information inside that sharing group. All right? Everything will be put into there. And then from there, we will put you into families. All right? So it will be run by admin again. Okay, so for those of you who may have participated in the last one, it was run by admin, but it's going to be a lot simpler, guys. We're just going to keep it very, very simple. All right, so a form will be posted with the steps. Please follow the steps. Make sure you read the Infinity Program policy, which we were going to be giving into you guys. Once you've filled out the form and all the compliance is correct, your name will be placed on a list with a link to your new family. It's that simple. Once you get into your new family, you just gift into that family like you do normally. Okay, so the criteria to become qualified is what we'll go through next. But that is it. You're going to get your name on a list with a link, and it will be posted into the Infinity 8 Telegram Telegram group. That's where we're going to post it. So you'll see your name, you follow the link, just like you do if you were in a WhatsApp family. All right. So then you'll go to your WhatsApp family, and then once you're in there, your name will go on the list, and boom, off you go, just like you would normally. It doesn't take, it's nothing weird or strange or different. It's just very straightforward. All right. Okay, this list will be made available entirely. Please follow all instructions posted. Follow the instructions. Please ensure you follow instructions. It is vital for the success of the program. If we want this to be successful, guys, we've got to follow what it is that we're putting in place. If we all follow it, then we will be successful together. Together. All right? I know I'm kind of making a big point of this, but you know, I just got to. All right. So some of the frequently asked questions that we're going to answer. Okay. What is the qualification? All right. So the qualification, guys, is you've got to be a family leader or an elder to do the invitation. Okay. So you've got to be a family leader or an elder. Okay. All you have to do as a family leader or an elder is to qualify you to be in this. And obviously the other person, you can either bring in one other family leader or one other elder or one qualified member. Okay? You can bring in one family leader, one elder, or one qualified member as a family leader or an elder. Okay? That is how you can qualify. That's how you qualify yourself. All right? If the qualified member, if it's a qualified member, that qualified member, because they're not a family leader or an elder, will need to bring in 2 qualified members or 2 new members as normal. Okay? So they would still need to qualify themselves as normal. All right? But if it's another elder, all right, if the elder can bring in, again, the elder can bring in another family leader or another elder. They only have to bring in one. All right? So that should be very clear, guys. All right? You have to be a family elder or a family leader or an elder to do the invitation. You invite another family leader or an elder, or you can invite a qualified member. And if it's a qualified member, that qualified member has to bring in 2 people. All right? Okay, and the qualified member can bring in 2 people. Either they can bring in 2 qualified members or they can bring in 2 new members as normal. All right, and then the 2 new members just go on and do their thing as they do normal. All right, so that's, it doesn't take, it's very, 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 very simple. And I will put these steps, I will put the steps, I'll put the list, I'll do it one by one so you'll see step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, what strategy can I use to qualify myself? Choose wisely, because you can have a child as a family leader. So if you can only put, by the way, guys, you can only have 1 child. So choose your child. You can't bring in all your children. Okay? 1, because otherwise we're going to get stuck groups all over the place. If you have a child that you are looking after and you want to bring them in, you bring them in first and you qualify them with you. You don't bring the child to qualify you, guys. All right, you put the child, that's the strategy. You put the one that you're supporting and then you qualify them and then you bring in another person. Okay, I just said to you, if the child is a family leader, you put the child in first and then you qualify them. And then you bring another person in, because a child can't bring somebody in. They're underage, guys. What are they gonna do? All right. So you put your child in first, and that's what you should be doing anyway. And that's what you should be teaching to people that you're bringing in new. Right? If you're bringing in and you bring in your whole family, yeah, and you've got 3, 4, 5 children, you put your children in first, and then you qualify them underneath. You put yourself in under them so that you can bring people in. Do you know how many people I hear saying, oh, I brought my children and I qualified myself with my children. Why are you qualifying yourself with your children who can't do anything? Right? Qualify your children first. They're your children. Put them in first and qualify them. And then you put yourself in after. All right? Your kids, the kids' money are coming to your household. They ain't going nowhere. Right. What strategy can I use to qualify myself? Choose wisely. Do not use children to qualify you. Ensure a person is a qualified member. Yeah, you'll laugh. I know it's funny, but it's true. You know how many people have... Anyway, let me not go there. Okay, frequently asked questions. How many times can we take part? Okay, we can have as a family leader or an elder, you can re-gift and have 3 hands or 3 cycles running at the same time. So if you are already an elder, you're in a cycle. If you're a family leader, you're in one cycle. So you can re-gift twice. Okay? So you will be placed into 2 different families. Okay? You won't be going in and twice into the same family. All right? Come on now. You'll be put into 2 different families, which will be apart from each other. Okay? That is how we support the whole family. So if you want to come in as a family, you just want to re-gift once, then just re-gift once to experience it. And then you can re-gift again when you reach family leader again. No problem. Because you're already an elder now. You've got up to 3 times. We have put it up to 3 times that you can re-gift. Okay? So you want to be able to, so this is how you work. Okay? When if you're gifting 3 times, that's 84 pounds. Okay? You take the 84 pounds and you just keep cycling that same 84 pounds because the 84 pounds will continue to come back to you. 1 cycle is 28 pounds. 2 cycle is double that. 3 cycle is 3 times 28. Okay? So every single time that 28 pounds comes in, you just put it back in straight away. Because when you do that, you are continuously, this is how you create residual income. This is how you're going to start creating passive income, guys. We need to move away from being only focused on the 1568. Everybody's focused, oh, I want to get my 1568. I want to get, yes, you're going to get your 1568. It's not about the 1568. It's about being able to get a residual all the time. So you take the 28 and you keep recycling, regifting the same money. You don't have to go and put your hand in your pocket to bring it in again. You just put that same one because you are getting it again. When you reach family leader, what happens? When you reach family leader, tell me what happens in the chat room. What happens when you reach family leader, guys? Let me hear what you're saying in the chat room. Come on. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. First person, when you reach family leader, you get your 28 pounds back. So what do? You re-gift it. It's your 28 pounds that you put in. Come on, think about it, guys. You're not losing anything because you got it back. You get your 28 pounds back at the time that you reach family leader. Re-gift that baby in because that baby is going to grow for you again and again and again. So if you do that 3 times, think about it. If you do it 3 times, what happens? That's it, recycling. What happens? Okay? People who are managing their other people's accounts are going to have to work it. This is why we're saying you're going to have to work other people's accounts. If you're running their accounts, you're going to have to work it. Be careful because 1 cycle is already a lot, right? If you got 20 people that you're managing, if you want them to all re-gift, you just need to make sure that you're following all of those groups, right? When the automated platform comes in, it's going to be much simpler, all right? Because you won't have to worry about that. But for now, you're on WhatsApp. It's all manual process. Just remember that. You're going to have to be in multiple groups, okay? So remember, you have to follow the people you are supporting, you're helping, okay? Is it admin who decides which family? Yes, it will be admin that decides which families you go in. I'm going to continue, guys. Yes, you're going to regift in the same, you're going to regift in your name, okay? But you're not regifting in your families. You're regifting in families that need support, families that are helping. We are helping everyone. I want you guys to get to the point of abundant mindset. Think abundantly. What's the most abundant thought you can have? What is the most abundant thought you can have? Put in the chat room. What is your most abundant thought? What's the furthest you can go? Put it in the chat room. because the furthest I can go is to help 1 million people get as far as they can go. 1 million people get as far as they can go. How far can we get these people? How deep is your vision? How far can you go? How far do you see that end? Because the further you see, the further you can go. If you see in limitation, you will be in limitation. That's your war. But if you let go of that limitation, you see in absolute, you see so far down the line, you can go, you can run, you can jog, you can walk, you can skip, because you've got vision, you've got purpose, you've got ways to go. Okay, hence the infinity cycle. Thank you, Natasha. All right. As a family leader, you can regift up to 3 times. So at this moment, you can regift twice. Okay, under the regifting program. The qualify you to, you must be a family leader. The person to qualify you must be a family leader or an elder in the 3rd hand. Okay, so if you're going into, you're in a cycle, that's 1. You go in for a 2nd time, that's 2. In the 3rd hand, okay, if you go in for a 3rd cycle, all right, if you go for a 3rd cycle, the person that qualifies you must be another family leader, an elder, or it must be someone other than a qualified member. You cannot use the same qualified member that you used in the 2nd cycle. Reason being is because that qualified member hasn't reached family leader yet. And so the only reason that they're coming in under your 2nd cycle is because they are being invited by you. We can't invite them a 2nd time. Okay, so you can invite them once, and then they would have to wait to get family leader for them to regift again. All right, and we're already doing this under this program because I want to see it work. I want to see this work. I want this to work so much. I want you guys to be so gifted. If you guys could see. So example, if you want to gift in 2 times, which will give you a total of 3 gifting cycles, hand 2 is a qualified member. That member must bring in 2. Okay, hand 3 must be a different qualified member or a family leader or an elder. It cannot be the same qualified member. Okay, and you can only bring in a child once. So you can't have a child, another 2nd child to qualify you in hand 3. All right, come on now. So it can only be in hand 1 or hand 2. You got to think of the families that you're going into. You don't want them to stall. And I'm telling you guys, I'm being very honest with you. The biggest stalling factor in the groups are unfortunately people who bring their children in. That's the honestly, all right? Because they put the children in underneath them, yeah? And because they haven't strategized about it, because, you know, we get excited and we just put them in. So those kids are just sitting there because they can't work it. They can't contribute. And so that parent right now is working their 4, 5, 6 kids. And it's a lot of work. If you guys don't understand how this is good work already when you've got quite a few people. You gotta understand what we're doing. All right. So if you're gonna, you know, strategize so that, you know, utilize 1 child, and then you can let that child cycle through, and then you put in another child, and then you can do it again, right? Because you're not going anywhere, and we ain't going anywhere. So you can have the opportunity, okay? You'll always have the opportunity, all right? So no, in order for a qualified member to participate, they must be invited by a family leader or an elder. They cannot participate in this program without, okay? Because they're not a leader or an elder. So it is by invitation only, okay? And we will be checking it, guys. So don't be, you know, we will be checking it. It's gonna have, we are gonna be checking everything. Compliance checking. Okay, so more answers for you. You'll be added to a new family in each occasion of regifting, meaning that you will be added into a new family. It's not going to be in your little silo. It's in a completely different family. Get to know new people. Bring your success into someone else's hands. That's how we can be successful together. We help people. All right. Remember I gave you the crab analogy. All right. Don't pull down each other, build each other up. When you get over the bucket, then you reach down and you pull that other one out. Okay. No family left behind. This is the motto. So in each occasion that we are regifting, and when we get into this habit that we're forming to be able to continuously regift each other all the time, you will see when the automated platform comes in, you'll see how quickly this will go. This is where the speed comes in. If we just start doing it and we get it, once we get it, we're the foundation. Remember, we're the foundation of where we're going. This is the foundation. Once we get this, okay, it will be going on the gifting, on the automated platform. It'll be going like, you know, and you'll be getting the ping, 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 ping. Gifts coming in, ping, 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 ping. You're like, oh my God, shut up already. I've heard enough. That would be a great day, can I tell you? When you can turn off your pinging of money that you're receiving. That's a great day. No families left behind means we endeavor as a community to support and help each other who are having difficulty or groups are moving slowly. In turn, it will be reciprocated. We want to ping, ping, ping. That's right, Krisha. We want to bring us down to get to a monthly basis, guys, not a 3 monthly, not a 4 monthly. We want to get down to a month. When we get down to a month, then we can get down to a couple of weeks. Imagine it, see it, feel it, feel it, feel it. We get down for a few months, from a few months, we get down to a month, get down to a couple of weeks, get down to hours, as Marcy says. Boy, Marcy, hours. That ping, ping, ping is going to drive me nuts on hours. You're going to have to turn off your phone. All right? Get down to hours. Imagine when we got 50,000 people. That's the end of this year, guys. 50,000 people at the end of this year. Imagine when we're at 50,000, the ping is going to go off the charts. Imagine. Okay? I want you guys to imagine as far as you can. Give me ideas. You know? Send us ideas at the Abundance Family. Let's hear from you. What ideas do you guys have to make us better, to make us bigger, to make us broader, to make us deeper? Send us ideas. We're always open. Okay? All right. Only one child who is a family leader can partake. If you are managing families who are all family leaders, you will be required to fill out a form. Guys, you've got to fill out a form for everybody. If you've got a bunch of people who are family leaders, or you're an elder, you've got a lot of family leaders, you got to fill out a form. The form is going to require you to say what you know, it's going to require you a few things, guys. It's going to ask you where you online system is needed. Yes, it is, and it's coming because we've already paid the deposit. All right. So the online, you're going to have to say what group you're in. We need to make sure that you guys are being absolutely 100% protecting our members. This is very important for us to protect our members, guys. All right. So make sure you fill out those forms and fill out everything in those forms. That way we can help support what we're doing here. All right. If we do this for each other in a year, less than a year's time, next year, think of where we'll be. You know, think of where we'll be. All right. And you will need to advise on the form that you're managing them as well. So you'll need to let us know when you're managing people, so we can see that you're managing 10 people, 8 people, whatever it is. Okay. All right. More answers, more questions. Once you reach family leader, do you not have to wait to receive your gift before you're regifted? You don't have to wait. It's once you're family leader, that's your position, your family leader. All right. So you can regift at that point. You can wait if you want for your 28, but you know you're going to get your 28 pounds back anyway. So if you don't want to wait, not a problem. If you don't regift now, it's entirely up to you. If you don't want to regift, that's fine. There's always going to be another opportunity for regifting. Regifting ain't going nowhere. All right. So if you've gone into the infinity room and infinity and you think, oh, I don't know if I want to regift, it's okay. Don't sweat it. All right. Old members in groups that may not be qualified will be qualified by the regifter. That's what we're doing. We're helping each other. So if we have some members that are not qualified yet in that old group, then we'll qualify them. But majority of the old groups that we're putting you in, the people are qualified. All right. What happens after regifting? So much more. But right now, you just keep regifting. There's something else coming. Don't worry, there's more stuff coming after regifting. You're fast, boy. This is the one reason why we're doing this, is to help all families, no family left behind. Abundant thinking, guys. Broaden your thought process as to how much can you help? How much are you willing to help? How much are you willing to help a stranger? Yeah? Residual income, Sophia, residual income. Once this program runs well, we are reviewing to add into the new automated platform. So this will be like a bolt-on. So we've already got a couple of bolt-ons that we want to add to the automated platform. So I've already got that in my head already. So there's the platform is we're going to get the grounding of the platform, and then we're going to bolt on and add on additional things. Okay. So we'll be ever growing, ever expanding, guys. All right. The last regifting bonanza, right, that you had was the attempt to us to get you guys into the regifting thought. All right. Now we're taking that, all the great things that happened, we're taking that into the Infinity 8. Okay. So the Infinity 8 is similar to the bonanza, but is just a better version. All the great things. Okay. So we've taken the best and we put it into the Infinity 8 program, which we wish to have as a standard moving forward. So that's what we want moving forward. We want this standard to be the regifting. We want it to be an automatic process for you, right? We want it to be an automatic process because we're doing 3 hands now. Why do we have to stop at that? Okay. Why do we have to stop there? Let's get incrementally, let's get to the place where we want to get to and then step it up a notch. Right? Nothing is stopping us, guys, because we're in a community of gifters. Okay? All right. There's a question that somebody's shouting in the room. So hopefully you guys can answer that question. So what happens next? All right. So I'm hoping that answers a lot of the questions because I can't think of that many questions that much outside of that, except for the exact steps, which will be put into the room tomorrow as to what exactly to do. Think about the possibilities. Think about your possibilities. Think about your opportunities. Think about your possibilities and your opportunities. Think of how you are helping others. Think of how you are helping yourself. Think of how you're leaving a legacy. Think of how you're helping your children. Okay? Decide to think bigger. It's entirely up to you. You have the freedom to think bigger, better, longer, stronger, happier. You have the ability to decide to have emotional conviction about what you think, about how you feel. It is entirely up to you. We have that freedom. We have the gift of free will, guys. All what goes on around us is what goes on around us. But what goes on inside of this beautiful mind of yours is entirely yours. You have the freedom to decide to think different. You have the freedom to decide to think bigger, greater. Don't be stuck in a bubble because that's how you were taught. Okay? Go as big and as far. Write it down tonight. Just have fun. Have fun with yourself. When last did you enjoy yourself and just laugh at yourself and just sit down and have a good old, a lot of us live alone. I laugh at myself all the time, can I tell you? I have a good old laugh. People probably think I'll be in the nut house, Sit down and just enjoy. I know you're not shouting, honey. It's just that you put in capital letters. Sit down and enjoy what it is that you are and who it is that you are. Look in the mirror and just love who you are. All right? And be bigger, be better, be happier, be brighter, be lovelier. All right? Because you have the ability to do it. Okay? So that, guys, is basically taking you through the Infinity 8 program. So let me, Marcy, Anybody have any questions? Krisha? I'm hoping that we've covered pretty much all the questions.
Hello. Well.
Hey?
We've got loads of questions, so I don't know if people was not listening and they were writing, or
Don't give me questions that we've already covered. Okay. If we've already covered the questions, don't give them. Don't say it, because that's why I said people need to listen and they need to read. All right. So if they've got the questions, if we've covered the questions in this presentation, the presentation is recorded. We will be popping the presentation into the room this evening, so they can watch it.
B was the one that was writing in caps, but she was saying, is there anyone we can direct questions to on a one-on-one of our questions not answered here?
Okay.
Can't they put it in the Infinity Telegraph group that they're in?
We've Krisha's closed that.
I've muted it for a reason, as in we've got over 2,000, well, I think it's 2,100. If we have every single person answering a question, Marcy, I don't know if you would like to sit up all night answering 2,100 questions, but we was hoping that
so basically we don't want repetitive questions, do we? So it's just questions. A lot of questions are asked exactly the same question, but it's just in a different format. So we just need to kind of like, you know. So if he wants to reach out 3 times,
oh, sorry, Soraya, sorry.
No, I'm just back to B. If she wants to reach out to any of us in the, she can reach out to me or you, because we're the ones that they would have to reach out to, really. On Telegram.
You're going to let everyone else reach out to us, and I don't want to disappoint anyone.
No, I'm not going to answer questions that we've already covered in this call. Seriously. Seriously, guys.
Okay. If an elder and bring in another elder, how many people does the next elder bring in?
1 person.
It basically could be it could be an elder and then an elder and then a family